Beers, braai and boerewors are synonymous to South Africa, but in Italy, Peroni, Nostra Azzurra, style and spectacular cuisine go hand in hand. And that's why Peroni have teamed up with world-renowned Italian chef and BBC TV celebrity Giorgio Locatelli to bring you the latest eating trend from Milan, aperitivo Peroni. Giorgio, welcome to South Africa. Is it your first time here?
No, I've been one time to Cape Town, which I enjoy immensely, so I decided to come back.
Awesome. Well, let's talk Italian food. What do you think are some of the common misconceptions about Italian food?
There is this misconception about Italian food that, sort of like it's always pasta and pizza. But there is so much more to actually it's not only spaghetti and pizza, really.
I remember my granddad used to say that these people that live on number 19 down the road, they weren't trustable because they put parsley in their minestrone. And that was a thing that, you don't do. We never put pasta in our minestrone, so we were very different from them.
And that's why one of the reasons we're traveling around the world with Peroni, try to really pass down this idea that, we have a great country that has such a culinary tradition that is so different and varied. Then it's there for us to really show it to everybody.
Food is the only really things that really makes the Italian feel who they are. And also, if you look at the history of immigration of Italian all over the world, you can see that the only things that they kept really for themselves, to recognize themselves from other immigrants and from the local population, was the food.
Tell us about this aperitivo Peroni trend that has evolved. What is it all about?
This is something that has been in Italy for quite a long time. Obviously, in certain cities, even better than other. For example, Milan is one of the places where it's really celebrated, the aperitivo. People have sort of like almost meetings during the aperitivo. See you for an aperitivo is just like it's going to be 6:30 and it's going to be in that place. The idea is very much attached to the fact that the Italians, they do tend to consume a lot of alcohol like everybody else, but the food comes with it. And so Peroni was really great on spotting this and really tried to push it on other culture.
Well, let's talk about you and cooking. From when you were growing up, what did you learn from your grandmother?
Everything.
Some peppers.
Giorgio's love for Italian food began in his native Italy, where as a child he was taught the finer points in Italian cooking by his grandmother.
When we look at a recipe, we always look at it and it's always like it's ingredients and then there is the method. And it's always a bit missing, I think, and that's what my mother had, which is that love and care, and the pleasure really to give pleasure to other people through the food. And that's what I learned from her. I want the chef that worked for me always to be passionate about it, to have something in common with the food. It's not just a job, it's not just feeding people, it's just giving something.
What are some of the things that you're going to be cooking for us this afternoon?
We're cooking something very simple with very pronounced flavor. We're cooking some like a little peppers, yellow and red peppers, which come with parsley, basil, and garlic and anchovies. And, they all cut together like a little salad, and you just eat them like that. While you're on this side here, I'm going to cut down these in stripes, not too big, not too small.
Okay.
Not regular, otherwise they look like they come from a machine.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be
irregular, they're nice, they look like they're made. Now I'm going to prepare on this side the anchovies, garlic, parsley, and capers mixture. And we mix it all together and then we taste it, that's all.
I was about to ask you, so if this is something where someone arrives at your house unexpectedly, you can kind of whip this up very quickly.
Well, the idea of an aperitivo, it is that, it is not like a meal that you have to book 3 days before. You just go and sit down and have a drink and some food arrives. This is really at the heart of the concept of the aperitivo from Peroni. It's just something simple and straight. You will see then, if we taste the beer before we actually eat this, you will see then after you eat it and you taste it again, it really changes flavor because you highlight what is this sort of bitterness at the end, which is really nice and just come through to you. what we're going to do, we're going to put the parsley in it. We're going to put the anchovies. And we're going to put the really thinly sliced garlic in there.
Okay.
Let's get a little bit of olive oil. Okay, we just turn it around. Oops, we lost a little bit. Turn it around like that. I will take a tiny little bit of your beautifully cut peppers.
Were they too big? You can be honest.
No, they're perfect. Yeah. You eat it with your eyes before you actually eat it, you know, with your mouth. One each. We should do that beer test. Should we do the Peroni test? Let's taste the Peroni before. And any chance to taste it. And then, and can you see it's persistent, as you know, it's slightly more bitter soft than it will be. Now when you're going to eat the peppers, you'll see that, you know, it will change completely the flavors of that.
Okay, I'm going to wait and see how you eat this. Do you put the whole thing in your mouth? Right?
And now, get to another sip of that Peroni.
Oh, that's perfect.
It does taste better.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
You want another one?
Yes, why not? Giorgio, that was amazing. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you
and I
very
hope you
much.
have a wonderful time in South Africa. And thank you for enlightening our all-access viewers. So it's no longer spaghetti bolognese and pizza. Here's to the latest Italian trend.